All right, what is up? Welcome to the Spoiler Kings. We have another trailer reaction for you guys tonight. This is the new official trailer for Lanterns because DC deleted all the old trailers and stuff. They're like, forget about that. Forget about that. And then yeah, this one came out, I think, today, but I saw people talking about it yesterday, like a lot of influencers that got like a sneak peek. So well, I don't know. With that, let's just check it out. Hopefully, it's better than the last trailer we got.
It has to be better than that because it
right.
Let's hope so. Being by itself.
Well, let's go.
This ring, it's the greatest weapon in the universe. When and if to use it, that's the whole ball game, Junior.
Did you just use that ring to counterfeit money?
No.
Tell me how you got it. The ring.
You know how I got it. I sure as hell didn't interview for it.
Oh, well, shit, maybe you should have. Power like that, shouldn't you have to work for it?
I've been doing this since you were a baby. And the only way you're gonna get this ring is over my dead fucking body.
I think he likes me. Everybody is lying to us.
We're not leaving here till we find out what they're hiding. Dangerous part of the job. You need to be fearless.
How are you chosen for this?
It's only one question. Are you afraid?
You afraid?
Are you afraid?
Okay, Gordon.
Are you afraid? Are you afraid? Are you afraid?
I was raised fearless, and I'll do this better than he's ever done it before.
Then go and get it, John Stewart.
Okay.
Definitely a better trailer than the last one we got. They at least went a little more into the intergalactic element of it, however slight it may be. And seeing more of the constructs was cool.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of like what they're doing with John Stewart, with some of the flashbacks, as far as we can tell. That's kind of cool. And yeah, I kind of like the true detective angle they're going for, but still not sure how I feel about Hal Jordan being like older and past his prime. It just kind of seems like we've been there too many times. With I would have liked them to be more kind of like on level ground. Him and John around the same age. You could have had Hal have been at it like for X amount of years, and I don't like the older grizzled. I don't know how I feel about that in the case of a character like Hal.
Yeah. Okay. What about you, Brian? What you think about the trailer?
It's a weird that I still don't know. Like I feel like it's a good trailer. Do I think it's a good Green Lantern trailer? I don't know. It felt like it's not necessarily even Green Lantern. I know I'm going to want to watch it. I'm going to enjoy. I think I'm going to enjoy watching it too. And then I think after it's done, I'm going to look back and say, is this really Green Lanterns? Is this really a Green Lantern trailer? Was this really a Green Lantern show? Or was it them rewriting what things are for the Green Lanterns? Does it really follow the lore or anything like that? And most people don't care. Most people won't care at all.
Yeah,
I'm someone who guess probably does care. Yeah, exactly. The normies are like, they had a good time. But I think I'm going to care a little bit, like the way you went about it. Not just that you went about it, but the way you went about it. And I think I could say separate myself and say this looks like it's fun, and then I could say my other hand, this is not what I wanted from a Green Lanterns. I think you should have done A, B, and C. I think it needs to be these things. So I think I can separate the two. But that's a good trailer. It's a really good trailer.
Yeah. It was a way better trailer than the shit we got the first time around. And at the end repeating like, "Are you afraid?" I was like, I like that.
Yeah, me too.
The suits still not
the brown,
fully on board
like
with
brown,
I'm there with Brandon where like I even in the comics I don't like old man Hal. He's a dick. He turns into Parallax, which that could be something that they're going into.
Yeah, it sounds like Parallax.
Yeah. So but then like do you bring him back as a younger version? And how do you do that? When you can't at least like have Kyle Chandler like come in and like, oh, now he's the same age as John Stewart. It's like, so like, do you get a new actor? I don't know how any of that's gonna like work, but it looked good. I enjoyed the everything about John feels right. Everything about John
version feels good, and then because you said it's a decade between them, right?
Yeah, at least
two timelines. It's a decade between the 2016 version and the 2026, and we don't know when we watch the trailer what version they're looking at. So we don't know. That's how they're mixing a lot of this stuff. So the 10-year timeline where John Stewart becomes John Stewart, it makes it look like he just took it off of Kyle Chandler, like he just took it off of Hal. Just give me that ring, and then he had all the power. Like, no, I think it's the difference in when he was young, first getting started, and then the 10 years when he has the ring later, and then they're going to explain the other stuff. I think that's kind of the way they're going to go, but that's not how the trailer makes it seem.
Yeah. So I see Mama Bear is like, that the ring chooses the lantern, and here you definitely don't see it. You see like it's like how like oh no, I'm training you to replace me. That's what it seems like. But I feel like it's gonna like by the end of the show, it's gonna be like, oh, that's the thing. The ring already chose you. I was just getting you ready. I feel like that's how it's gonna end somehow. Where it's like, oh no, you were already chosen, my dude. Like I'm just making sure you're ready because no one made sure I was ready. But if they do like, even if they do that, that's not right because then Kilowog, obviously. So I don't know. I feel like they're gonna go down kind of a route like that, because that's like a basic rule. Like Mama Bear said, it's like a basic rule. It's like the ring, picks, like not like the former ring bearer, so so I think they'll do something like that. It's yeah, I'm kind of curious because we saw where he's walking in the street with like scrubs. It looked like he's carrying the lantern, so at the end he has the ring on. So I'm kind of curious to see.
But it's as I said, it's 10 years in between these things. The 2016 to 2026. They're doing time jumps back and forth, and I think we don't know what time period each one of these things are from. So did John Stewart get the ring later, and we find out during the show what happened for him to receive the ring? What events occurred?
I'm confused.
So, like at the beginning, it's when he's just starting. He's 2016. It's the 2016. And then it could be John Stewart at the end has the ring. It's 2026.
Yeah.
Now, what happened in these 10 years that caused from him being the young guy to now being the dude with the ring? What happened in these 10 years? That's what I think is going on. I'm not saying that because I don't know. I didn't read the synopsis. I'm not sure, but that's how I felt it was going on.
Yeah. So, the Guardians don't pick either. Yeah, just literally the ring picks. So
the ring.
But there are like things that happen because Hal is the strongest. There's no denying that. Hal is the strongest. Like he gets kicked out of the Green Lantern Corps, and there's like a manhunter on Earth, and like he feels it has the power, and like he literally goes and fights it and like just drains the power because his willpower is that powerful. He was able to make his own ring and become like his own Green Lantern kind of connect, you know. So like Hal is like stupid strong. Like he breaks all the rules, you know, when it comes to like any Green Lantern stuff. So they could be doing that where he's like, you know, he's like, oh, the ring picked you, but I'm so badass that I told the ring to wait. You know, I mean, I don't know. They could play something like that. You know, I'm not digging this version of what they're doing with Hal. You know, kind of angry over it, kind of thing. You know, that defeats the purpose of being a Green Lantern. You know, you have the willpower. You know. So
John Stewart is always the one I grew up with was John Stewart.
Yeah, John Stewart's the coolest, hands down. John Stewart is like the best easily. Green Lantern. Yeah, yeah,
easily.
For sure. Yeah. So, you know, even in the comic book now, like he basically is the Lantern. Like, you know, he is the power source. You know, so yeah. So I haven't kept up too much with it right now, but yeah. I need to get back into reading it because I heard it's pretty good. Let's pick this one up. Green Lantern Corps #1.
I got it, but
so it was Guy Gardner #1.
Guy Gardner,
yeah. So, but yeah, but it's a good trailer. I thought it was a good trailer. Still, not sold on it.
Yeah,
not sold on it. Yeah. I love John. That's how you see Aaron play him. He's not my first choice, but I don't hate Aaron. I think he's a good young, you know, actor that you know can do the job well.
Yeah, I don't longer care.
I'm fine with it.
What it is.
Yeah. 50 years of John Stewart. Yeah, he's been around for a while. Yeah. Kyle was the strongest. Kyle was the most balanced. Kyle's the most balanced. When you start talking about that, you know, because like when everything's gone, there's only one ring left, you know, and when the Guardian gives it to Kyle because like he was like the most balanced. But even after everything goes down, Kyle's so balanced in all of the emotions that he becomes a White Lantern.
It's like I thought he becomes a White Lantern, really, because that's the problem. I'm saying he's a Green Lantern.
Yeah, but also Sinestro becomes a White Lantern. So you know, like it's not like the hardest thing to do if if Sinestro could become a White Lantern, you're like shit, you know. But also Sinestro is like super badass with the power too, you know. So he's had multiple rings.
Yeah, he is.
You know, so he's fairly balanced as well. But it's just Kyle's so fucking lame. Like I don't know anybody who's like Kyle's my favorite Green Lantern. I was like, shut up, no, he's not. Like I would pick like the Squirrel, like I mean Kilowog. Like there's so many other cool Green Lanterns than Kyle. So, oh man. Found out Hal Jordan is in the animated movies. He's in most of the animated movies, the newer ones. The newest one, it's Hal and John, and I hate it.
You don't like those?
Where My Power, I think it was. I did not like that. I don't like how they did Hal. I don't like how they did John. It was bad. It was bad. Yeah, Hal was the Lantern Super Friends. Yeah. We see John Taze in the head with the yellow energy thing. Yeah, with that little gun thingy. Yeah, he may have something with Parallax. It's a ruse to kidnap Hal, corrupting him. I can see it. I can see the Parallax kind of thing going that route, you know.
But I don't know. The whole 10 years between, I'm of the opinion now that I think Hal that he becomes Parallax, yes, but that he's going to be around for a while. At first, I thought they were going to kill him off. Now I think he's going to be around for a long time.
Yeah. They showed a yellow suit. I know they showed him in the suit, and it was like
brown.
I mean, even the green in the logo there in the lanterns is like, I guess, you know what I mean? Like, like it's technically green, but it's not like Green Lantern green. So yeah, briefly. Yeah. Okay. Probably watch it a couple more times on my own. Break down little things, but yeah. Remember the show is supposed to be introduction to Big Bad overall for the Gods and Monsters. That's true.
That's true. So
yeah. That I forgot about.
Yeah, same. So Parallax is not a bad way to go. It's not a bad way to go. It's not the best way to go though either, I don't think. But
but I feel like they're just making things up to fit what they want, their narrative.
Yeah.
That's the way it works.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But it looks good. Looks good. It doesn't look like I hate it anymore. But
just wait. This is about to be Tank's new Beast Wars. It's not right? Beast Wars. It's Rise of the Beast.
But it is dark, which I find that interesting. I was like you're going really like dark with like a Green Lantern show. So be interesting if they can pull it off. So, but yeah, we'll see. You don't introduce Brainiac first round. No, they're bringing him in
the new Superman.
The Superman sequel. But Brainiac is kind of a cheat code because like you kill him and there could always be different versions and this and that, and like Brainiac is always like that. Like in the Absolute universe, there's like in hundreds, if not thousands, of Brainiacs. Like they literally created like Black Adam. It was like what? It's like it's cool, but like nope, I still hate it. Well, so. But cool. Yeah, we'll finish that off there. Appreciate all you guys coming and hanging out with us on the replay. So leave a comment. Let us know what you think about this new Lanterns show. I know they kind of literally erased the old stuff. Like it's just gone. They don't want anybody to see it. And then I guess is the new first look at it. So so we want to hear from you guys. So leave a comment, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, come and join us. Because in August we're definitely be talking about the Lantern show. So come and join us. And but we appreciate everyone in the live chat. You guys are awesome comments. But you guys stick around because we're gonna move on to our next topic for the night.